How you doing? My name's Tom Hartley. Matt, how are you doing? Look, how are you?
Yeah. So you're writing a book?
Yes, I wrote a book about the cemetery. You know the city cemetery?
Yeah.
So now I've in fact created a book about this cemetery. I'm in Milltown Cemetery on the Falls Road in Belfast. Milltown is internationally known for its Republican graves. And there are Republicans like Bobby Sands who are buried here. But there's no one narrative that covers the story of this cemetery and the story of the lives of the people who are buried here. There are RIC men, there are British soldiers, there are those who fought against Franco, there are those who are remembered who fought for him. It is also the story of rebellion, Republicans. It is the story of the poor. We don't see the poor. They're out of sight and out of mind, hidden in their thousands in the poor ground. You will find artists and painters. Jared Dillon from Lower Clonard Street is buried in this cemetery. Did you ever see the film Darby O'Gill, the actor? Albert Sharp, and he's buried here in this cemetery. Aye. He's from Ivy, you know, on the Falls Road. Yeah. Great story about him that one day his wife opened the door and shouted up the stairs because he was sleeping in bed. Albert, there's some fella called Walt Disney here wants to speak to you.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
So he's buried here. James McFall, the last harp maker of Belfast, is buried here. As is Frank McFadden, a pipe maker from Dimsdale Street off the Springfield Road. Like all graveyards, Milltown has its unexpected stories. So in this graveyard, there's a man called Neely Hunter, and he signed the Solemn League and Covenant. Marcus Bobbington, from a very senior Unionist family in Derry, is buried here. He was a soldier of the First World War. Also in this graveyard is Winifred Carney. Winifred was the secretary of James Connolly, and as such she was in Dublin in Easter 1916 and is one of the few women to have been in the GPO, and she stayed there right until the Republicans left the GPO. There's a great story about Winifred. She was married to a man called George McBride. George was in the UVF and served in the British Army during the First World War and was actually taken prisoner by the Germans. When he got back from France, he then joined the Labour Party and eventually he married Winifred Carney. And so Winifred Carney's story really reflects the complexity of the narrative of this graveyard and the narrative of Belfast. Written in stone, the story of Milltown Cemetery, which is published by Blackstaff Press, tells the story of many of those who are buried here in this cemetery.